There's no time like the present to put in a new overhead hatch. One thing always leads to another. First thing, replace the hatch. Next, do a whole bathroom renovation. You have to make a decision today, right now, whether you are staying here for hurricane season or not. That's it. Mast is coming down. Hi, we're Kristen and Jeff, and we've been fixing up our 40-year-old Hallberg Rassy sailboat for the last 5 years. We sold everything we owned on land for a life on the water. Except most recently, we found ourselves stationed on the beautiful Caribbean island of St. Martin to tackle the biggest boat project we've ever done. Removal of the teak deck on our Hallberg Rassy 352, and we're doing it ourselves. Follow along for every screw, every plank, and everything in between. There's no time like the present to put in a new overhead hatch. We got from Hallberg Rassy Parts. I shipped it to my hotel in Florida when I went there for a little work trip. It's a nice sunny day today, but we can't do any fiberglassing because we don't have the glass ready to go. So instead, we're going to be doing this. This is for the bathroom hatch. Are you excited to get this done?
Gotta take the old one off and see what the screw sizes look like. And
the other one is pretty leaky, and it's leaving this mark on our floorboards, which we are going to be redoing the floorboards. So what's in the box?
The hatch. There's this gasket. We're not sure we're going to use this gasket. And actually that's it.
Little instructions, but not
that's for
too
a frame
much.
We don't have, but mostly we just have to get the old one off and then fill the old holes with epoxy today. We'll take the opportunity to remove some other stuff, which we can show.
That's about it. All right. Hopefully this fits okay. We don't have to do too much modification. Luckily, this bathroom hatch is the only one that has been giving us problems. Well, actually, this one does leak a little bit around one corner, so we might take that up later and just reseal it. But the V-berth one is good, and the aft cabin one is good also. Down in here, I think we've showed it before, there is some corrosion down in there and along here. So we're definitely getting some water intrusion. These are just old. This like stays up on its own because it's so...
Too, but that's actually was not supposed to be like that with this one.
No, with this one it's not supposed to be able to stand up.
Here.
Yeah.
We're like, okay, well.
Yeah, well, whatever. And it's also like corrosion from all these things. We can't clean this off.
This is the next thing. These are old. We're going to take these off and seal these up. And also this guy, we're wondering how well it's sealed because it looks pretty horrendous up here. We don't see water coming on the inside, but I don't know.
Might as well.
Okay, there's the sealant on here and stuff. Yeah. I'm not sure if it'll take. There's different size washers on here.
Oh my God.
Pretty interesting thing.
Replacing the hatch is step one in the bathroom renovation. We're going to be doing a lot of work down in here, and we'll show you the upgrades that we're going to be doing. All the screws are up, but it's still staying down. We're going to have to do some prying.
Yeah, we're going to do some prying, and for that I need to get maybe like a scraper.
Extra leverage.
Holy shit, is that
Well, it's been down for what, 39 years? Something like that.
Yeah.
This is definitely an original hatch.
Okay, we'll get a tool for that.
Spoiler, one of the things that we're going to be doing when we renovate the bathroom is painting this whole support white, sanding it down and doing all that, because clearly this was not tinted before, and so all the UV rays come down here and just like destroyed it. So we're going to be fixing that. One thing always leads to another. First thing, replace the hatch. Next, do a whole bathroom renovation. But the bathroom definitely needs it, so that's okay. We're also going to be replacing this deck vent. All right, we got some movement after going the entire way. Break some seals. Ooh, jeez. Okay, there we go.
We were supposed to take that off after we did this.
Okay, let's move this.
And there
over
you see
here.
the problem. This seam, this is where the water was coming in primarily, is this seam on this frame. It's not attached, which is just like, duh.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb.
So we were thinking we could get it repaired, but then with all the corrosion elsewhere, we decided...
Let's just replace it.
Yeah, I gotta be careful when I do
all the years of other owners' repairs until someone finally does it right, which is us.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Attempts to do it right.
Attempting. At least we're attempting.
Okay. Off.
It's actually kind of exciting because we've been wanting to do this ever since we owned the boat.
Yeah. Okay, well, anyway.
Looks not terrible.
No, look, there's like no sealant here. It was a foam used.
Oh yeah, like it's just breaking apart.
Look, there's also some silicone here someone put.
Oh.
It's always like an archaeology project, eh?
Yeah, many
so
layers.
we have foam, we have silicone, and we have something on all the bolts too. I'm not sure what the story was. But you see they countersunk the holes?
Yep.
And that's a sealing trick. That's a pro trick. You don't see that everywhere.
A quick break to shout out our amazing patrons: Mike C., Wolfgang B., Aid Bateman, William Tubbs, Dennis and Sarah Collins, Colin and Stephanie Ibbett, Alan Sherrill, Kate Fidel, Siobhan and Travis LaMarche, Lindsay and Bruce Fraser, Brad and Jen Ibbett, Stevie Blanc, Sheen Marine, Alan Onderdonk, Lucy and Peter Haggerty, Matthias Thorin, SVSL Serenity, Raff and Di, Dan Knox, and Tim Vandewater. We appreciate you all so much. So I'll just show you quickly some of the other things that we're going to be doing in here for upgrades. Obviously, this is going to be painted white. This is our hiding bracket for a lot of some electrical wires and that. And we're going to be painting this as well because that got damaged by the UV. These are all going to be filled because those are those 3 up there that we were saying we were going to excavate. This is the deck vent that we're going to be replacing, so that'll look nicer. We're also going to paint the ceiling in here. What else? Oh, our port light needs to be replaced as well, so we'll be doing that. We're going to be painting the wall, filling in all of these little marks and stuff that the previous owners did not do when they painted. And get a new mirror. It's going to look so much nicer. And we have some new countertops that we're going to be putting in as well. Also going to be taking out the toilet because behind here it's like painted white, but it's all like chipping and gross, and we don't use the bathroom right now for anything because we're on the hard, obviously, so that's why it's incredibly dirty. We have a new base to put in here, and we're going to be painting all of this white to match and repainting the sidewall as well because there's some nicks and things that the previous owners didn't bother to fill before they painted. So a lot's going to be going on in here to make it a nicer area. It's small, so we have to make sure that it's nice. Right?
Right.
Let's do our first fitting. Jeff was working way up here, getting all of the silicone, scraping it all off and sucking it up with a vacuum. Took a long time.
We have to prep these holes for filling with epoxy because I believe they don't line up. Here we go.
Let's see, let's see.
Well, the first step is good.
Okay. All right, Hatch.
Oh, look at that fit, eh?
It's pretty good.
Like a Hallberg Rassy parts store, yeah.
Gives a bit of an updated look. How are the holes looking? Are they lining up?
No.
No?
They never were.
That's okay. We have a little bit of experience working with epoxy and filling holes. A look to see how it is when it's closed. It looks pretty good. Notice that you've also taken these up here too. I showed those in the bathroom a little bit. Progress report time.
Okay, well we had 3 of these, which is factory Hallberg Rassy, I believe. These 3 here.
Yep.
Okay, so 3 of those in a row. One of them was always leaking, and they were just, someone capped them with silicone and like that, so they're coming off. There was a big splooge of epoxy right here and a big splooge of epoxy right here. We were always wondering what the hell that was about. Well, sure enough, just found this huge hole here. I had no idea that was even there.
That wasn't there before. It was being hidden.
There was always a big splooge of epoxy, but on the outside here, I removed the splooge and found that they filled it with some hard epoxy and then put some lighter epoxy on either side of it.
It is windy. Oh my goodness. I hope that we can get the audio on this.
Anyway, I just been cleaning up the old gel coat, breaking it off wherever it's loose. I think I got all the loose stuff off now. But now I'm like gonna go find out underneath that what's going on, underneath that what's going on. I think I'm gonna cut the ceiling in the bathroom with a piece of wood so we can see. There's a piece of trim in there that obviously has been replaced, so there's gotta be damages. So
Nice. I love surprises. Not.
We always knew something was going on here. Anyway, fixing this is now a big deal. I'm going to have to tape this area off, I think. I'm going to go like that to here. So it'll be like an area like that. And I got to sand all this off because it's all contaminated with freaking silicone and butyl tape. In some cases, both of them together. 2 different random fillers. I have no idea what they are.
Good grief.
So I'll sand that off and that'll clean these up as well. But then I was just going to fill these and seal this up. But now we got to worry about these.
Like, what the heck is this? Just another day on Joco in the Boatyard.
Might want to put some glass here, but fill that. It's going to be quite the...
More
and
investigative.
I got to chase these cracks in Joco, and I got to chase this with a Dremel so we can put filler in those. And yeah, it's a project.
Awesome.
It's a big project.
Awesome. Woohoo! A happy moment just happened. We got a knock on the hall and our FedEx package came with Jeff's renewed passport.
Yeah, look at that.
You're legal now, babe.
We won't show any particulars. We'll just show the new style.
And
the most notable thing is the main page is plastic.
The main page that has like your photo and the expiration dates and all that. Yeah, it's like
the
a hard
one that says,
plastic.
like my favorite foods and everything, what I like to eat.
Yeah, and your favorite color and your favorite person
return.
in the world, because that says me, right?
Right.
Right. Okay, great.
Oh yeah,
So now you are legal in the country,
and
so that's very exciting.
It was about a 2-minute of escape, and now I'm back to the boat.
Well, you're always on the boat.
The boat drama of like, what did we do?
Of 2024.
How far do we go with this? Wow, that was a strong bill.
It's okay, I know. By the way, all zippers, see like
we
these
need to
little
invent a zipper
things,
that's not like
they're like corroding and rusting and
Here's
oh
another
man.
one of these little bugs.
What?
Show this bug to people. Tell us what bug this is, thanks.
We see them sometimes around food, but I have gone through all of our food containers. He's not going to get in focus. And there are no bugs inside the food containers. So, I don't know.
Kill them before the
weird.
escapes.
Anyway, bye-bye. Well, it was a good try to get out of here before hurricane season, but we failed. So now we have to take down the rig. And first step is to check out all of our wiring that's in the mast.
Our radar wiring.
Radar, yeah. Clipping stuff. We have to label everything. Take the sails down. So yesterday we went to change our launch date, to move it back 2 weeks or so. And we were told, yeah, just come early and set the date and that's fine. And we were then told, no, you have to make a decision today, right now, before the end of the day, which is like an hour and a half, whether you are staying here for hurricane season or not. That's it. So you don't really get a choice in the matter. So now the next morning is our only day where there's a low wind in order to do a lot of this deck stuff. So that's what we're doing now. We started to prep the deck area here for taking down the head sail, but then the wind picked up again, so you can see over here. And we're just on little stilts, so we're gonna wait for a break in the breeze and then we'll take this guy down. Sorry if we're a bit of downers right now, but that's just how we felt that day. We've worked so hard for so long, but it just wasn't fast enough. And now we get the additional work of taking down the rig, which we've never done before ourselves, and that includes tearing apart the head to get to the mast electrical wires. I wonder what else we're gonna find. Tight quarters working again. And hot. So what are you doing exactly in this moment in time?
This is the extra wire from the radar.
While you sweat? Oh my god.
It's so
it's
hot
crazy.
right now. This is the extra radar cable that we didn't need. It contains the Ethernet and the power leads.
Yep.
And we are running it through this wall and hooking it up where all the other wires come through the deck so that in the future it can be removed easier, or like in a few days. And then when we put it back, it's easy. So I wanted to just get the wire out of here because we need it instead of going and buying it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's right here. We were already using it. We know it works. Just trying to get stuff done, you know?
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Want this over with.
Yep, all of a sudden.
I was dreading this task. I knew it was going to come.
Good morning from a sailless sailboat. Oh, we've taken down both of the sails, stowed them down below. It is so comfortable down below, and now we are preparing.
We're putting these solar panels down there now.
Yeah, we are preparing to have the rig removed. So, tell us what you're doing, honey.
I'm just marking the shrouds and the turnbuckles, so when we release it, we know where it is. So I put electrical tape, color coded, green for starboard, red will be for port. One is that one, so it's got one band of each tape.
One band,
bottom, this has
two,
two. The one behind is obviously
three.
And then I put a zap strap over top of the tape, crank down hard so that we don't lose anything when we're moving these things around, blah, blah, blah.
Yep, and that way when it comes to putting the rig back up, we know how tight to do the turnbuckles. It at least gives us a better idea of how tight to put them. It's really windy. We are preparing as well for Hurricane Barrel.
Some of the models show that the one behind it, if it turns into anything, it can come this way. So we're making sure that this is done, so if the guys come to us and say, hey, we want to do it, we can say, okay, we're ready.
Sad days though, taking the rig down. We've never done this ourselves, so this is a new thing for us.
I don't know if it's sad, it just is what it is, I think.
I think it's sad.
Just can't do anything about it, so what do you do?
Yep. Time to take the boom down, unattach it down there, unattaching that, and then Jeff's gonna go up to the mast and we're gonna lower it down. Woo! Okay, got the boom down. We forgot to unattach the topping lift, and it's seized, or with, not seized, it's still clipped on with seizing wire on it, so we forgot to undo that. So thankfully it didn't pull all the way through on the mast, so that's good, and we'll have to figure that out now. Look at us go, we can do anything, you know? We're feeling the effects of Hurricane Barrel, even all the way down here in St. Martin. Up here a second ago we had two birds just sitting on the spreader, and I came out here and I found a dead bird sitting right here. And I told Jeff, and Jeff went out and took him down to the garden, and it was very, very sad. And right now those two birds that were there, they just left. I'm sure they were all buddies.
Oh, they're different species, but that was what a fine
That's so sad. It's windy!
We were gonna go for a walk, and then I saw that.
It can't even hear it. Look at the rain. We need a baguette, but we can't go get one. It's over in the rain. Oh my god!
Okay, let's go to the...
We're getting gusts of like 30, 35 knots, and it's raining right now. So that's our update. Stay tuned. Good morning. Mast is coming down right now, so we gotta get off the boat before we get in trouble. We have prepared everything that we can. Taking all of the tarps and everything off the deck. Here we go. Got the one guy at the back there, making sure that it's nice and straight. It's kind of a bittersweet right now. We didn't expect to be here this long, and didn't expect especially for the mast to be coming off, but it is what it is. I'm sure we're going to find some more surprises once it's down. Better to find the problem now when you're on land than while you're at sea and then something breaks and you're in big trouble. So I guess we have to look at the positive side of that. Next time on Sailing Joco, we watch as our mast comes down and we turn into a permanent structure in the boatyard. Oh, and we find a ton more problems too. Are you surprised? Something is bent?
It doesn't look right. Yeah, it's not centered. This is totally totally unacceptable.
Well, well, well.